In 5 seconds, it's not really clear who their ideal customer is. That's a missing point. The other thing that we don't see here is a contact button or a phone number or a contact us button, a call to action in the upper right-hand corner. That's a huge missing spot. That is something that companies that spend far more on marketing each month than most companies do in a lifetime have determined as an effective practice. Having your phone number, having a call us now. If this company does emergency 24/7 support or work, then that's a huge opportunity. You'll see a lot of times that it's in the upper right. So there's some good opportunities here, I would say, in terms of a website practices. We also don't see their logo or their name in the upper right-hand corner, which is also something that is an effective practice. Hi, welcome to the Home Service Rocket. I'm Ryan Schrader, and I am thrilled to have you join me. My mission is to be your go-to resource for game-changing info on marketing your home service business online. Here, I empower you to supercharge your growth. By being here, you'll discover what works and what doesn't in the realm of digital marketing for home service companies. I'm here to demystify the options, show you how they fit together, and provide you with tangible resources to make results happen. This is going to sound corny, but your support is everything right now. That's how we can help more local home service companies thrive. So don't forget to follow and engage wherever you listen or watch, and think of this as a collaboration. You ask, I'll answer. Let's be in this together. On this episode, we are going to look at our 5-second fifth grader test. What that is, we are going to look at a specific home service industry. Today, it's going to be electricians. And type in a random city and state and search for that industry and see what comes up on Google. From there, we're going to evaluate the few options that come up, take a look at what they're doing. We're going to ask 3 simple questions. Who are they? What do they do? And then what does it mean to us? What does it mean to their customer? Why should they do work with them? So this is going to be an easy way for us to kind of look at what are the things that companies or your customers are looking for. What are those things that you should be focusing on to try and get more leads each month online or to start driving leads online? So today I'm going to pick Portland, Oregon. I used to live there for a while. And we're going to look at electricians in Portland, Oregon. I'm doing this in an incognito window, so it's not influenced by past history or things like that. So we are going to look at residential electricians in Portland, Oregon. Actually, we're going to do town called Beaverton, Oregon. It's right next to Portland. Obviously, in a big populated area like this, there's going to be a lot of electricians. So with that, what we're really going to look to do is say, if you are that local company, if you are trying to get 5 to 10 more jobs each month, there's a lot of them out there. If you're trying to get 5 to 10, 20 more jobs each month, what are the things you should be looking at? What are the things you should be focusing on if you're not already online? So when we type in residential electricians in Beaverton, Oregon, let's take a quick look at what these results are. When we do this, we see the first thing that comes up here. We know we're searching in Beaverton, Oregon. We have about 186,000 results for residential electricians in Beaverton, Oregon. This first section is called the Google Guarantee. So this is an advertisement. This is something they are paying for each lead that they're getting. The process to show up here is actually where you would submit some information with Google, and including your business license, and they'll do some verification to actually place you in this. And then you're actually going to pay for the ads, pay for the clicks that you get in this position. We find that it's a good way to expand your market share. So if you're not doing this already and you're looking to drive more business, it is a way to get more business. You're going to pay for those as you would for other Google ads or Facebook ads, though. The next section we see the sponsored part on all these. This is going to be your typical Google ads, your typical Google search ads. Most home service companies are doing this. If you're not, again, about 50%, it's about half of people that are searching for things nowadays are clicking on ads. So half the people are going to scroll right past this. We see these sponsored tags to these, and a lot of people see that and they scroll right down. But a good amount of people still do. So I say if you are advertising, but you're not focusing on your organic rankings on Google, then you're missing out on about half of your market. If you're just focusing on the organic side and not advertising, you're missing out on about half your market. That's a good one way they work together. Electricians in Beaverton. Now we see some more results from Angie's List. So this is going to be a directory site that has these listed, different reviews. As we continue to scroll down, we'll see more directory listings. It's tough to rank as an individual business against directory sites. It's just the way it is, given the amount of pages and content that are on these sites. From there, we will have our map packs. So these are our first organic individual business rankings. Are these within the map? As we scroll down, the first one that's actually listed here is another sponsored ad that's showing up in the map pack rankings. And then we have our first 3 organic rankings for residential electricians in Beaverton, Oregon. As we can see, they're right along the main drag. Location is going to be a huge aspect of showing up in the map pack. But there are other factors you can be doing to help impact the radius that you're showing up on. From there, let's look at the first 3 options here. Below that, you'll see all your organic search rankings. So Beaverton Electric Northwest, that looks like, or Beaver Electric Northwest. This again looks like a directory site, another directory site. Prairie Electric, this may be the first individual business site. But you'll see there's a lot of directory sites. So as a home service business, a lot of times we're looking at this map pack. This is the most valuable place to show up organically when we're talking about excluding ads from that strategy. From there, we have Mike's Electric, Electric Norm, and Steel Electric. So from a first glance, before we even get to their website, we're going to look at number of years in business. We can gain a lot from these listings right here. What do they provide? Residential, commercial, and residential, light commercial. We're actually getting a lot of information from this. And then we're seeing how many years they're in business. We're seeing their reviews. That's very important. To me, all of these look like they're doing a very good job. They're all very reputable. And I would consider any one of them were I looking personally. I think one of the things Mike's Electric has a huge advantage here. They're number 1. They've been in business for a long time. They've got 5 stars. So they're locked into the top spot here likely, but there's a lot of value being number 2 and number 3, and even beyond that, because we all know there's a shortage of some trades out there as well. So to be on that list, if they call, they don't answer, maybe they're too expensive, there's a lot of market out there. So let's take a look at Mike's Electric. Let's go to their website. So first impressions here. This is where the 5-second fifth grader test comes in. So who are they? Mike's Electric. They do electric. What do? They do residential and commercial electric. I think that's pretty clear. I can tell that in 5 seconds. What is in it for me? This might be a little bit harder to tell. My first impression is that they're probably more specialized in commercial electric based on they obviously relate to Portland. But in 5 seconds, it's not really clear who their ideal customer is. That's a missing point. The other thing that we don't see here is a contact button or a phone number or a contact us button, a call to action in the upper right-hand corner. That's a huge missing spot. That is something that companies that spend far more on marketing each month than most companies do in a lifetime have determined as an effective practice. Having your phone number, having a call us now. If this company does emergency 24/7 support or work, then that's a huge opportunity. You'll see a lot of times that it's in the upper right. So there's some good opportunities here. I would say in terms of website practices. We also don't see their logo or their name in the upper right-hand corner, which is also something that is an effective practice and something people expect to see. There's an expectation there. First impressions are that from first glance on Google, very reputable, definitely would give them an opportunity. Coming here, I'm a little bit less convinced, to put it lightly. It's hard to see their phone number here. You cannot click to call. These are all missing opportunities. The other thing we're not seeing is any sort of chat tool. There's no ability for somebody to reach right out and contact them right now. We have to scroll. We can get some more information here. But as far as the 5-second fifth grader test goes, definitely some room for opportunity here. Some things hopefully that you could maybe apply to your own website as well. So let's go back and let's take a look at Electric Norm. So 174 reviews, 4.8 stars. Also looks very good at first glance. Okay. So here we see, again, let's start our 5-second fifth grader test. So who are they? Electric Norm. They do electric work. Oh, we're seeing some more things load in. That took a little bit of time. That does help with what do they do? They're residential electricians in Beaverton, Oregon. So it's very clear, residential electricians in Beaverton, Oregon. Based on the photos I see here, this is a home, this is home related. All those things are reinforcing. A couple things here that, are detracting, are taking my attention away are the size of this logo. Very unnecessary. We have it up here in the top left. You will see that we're proud of our logos, so I completely understand, but this isn't serving a purpose that is building value in your company. So the pictures themselves look low quality. There's no call to action or additional information that I can get here. So they answer some of those questions, but not as well as they could. When we look at further things, they do have services. They could have a drop down here that actually lists the services they provide. Maybe that's whole home automation. Maybe that's like replacement, remodeling, or it would definitely provide more insight into what they do, or if they're somebody who could help me with my specific need. They're doing this. Great job having their phone number here in the upper right-hand corner. Unfortunately, it's not clickable again. That's a missed opportunity. They do have a book online button here. This could be a big button that could be right here. Book online today, and could be a much more effective call to action. I didn't even realize it was here until 2 minutes into looking at the page. The other thing we mentioned on the last site is no chat tool. That's actually a huge opportunity. We find that a good amount of people will just reach out and message you on there. So I would definitely recommend a chat tool on this as well. As we scroll down, here we see electrical repairs and emergencies, ceiling fan installation. These are things that if they were up here, I would be able to gain a lot more information more quickly and could make my decisions, because we need to get people's attentions immediately or they're going to be on to the next one. We saw there's 3 very competitive options here. Next would be the steel electric. Let's take a quick look at that before we wrap up here. So here we have steel electric. Full service electrical company, commercial, residential. Oh, they have this little effect on here. Interesting. So doing some things good. I like that I see the picture of their team. Very important. They have a big team, a lot of people. That's valuable. That's building value in who they are. Doesn't tell me much about what they do, who their ideal customer is. So we know who they are, we know what they do, but I don't necessarily know what it means to me. I know they have resources. I know I would say they have experience based on the size of their team as well. Some of the other things we're looking at, no phone number. We do have a contact button right here. Fairly small. No calls to action on into the heart of the content of the page. The way we read, the way our eyes read, is we read in a Z or an S pattern. So we'll start up here on the top left. That's why we say it's great to have your name, great to have your logo. And then as we work down, we end up over here. So having that call to action, having something that gets them to that next step here, whatever we want them to do, maybe that's give us a call, maybe that's send us a message, maybe that's book their service today. Whatever you want them to do, it should encourage them to do that right here. We can pay our invoice. Again, we have the contact, but we're missing that other call to action. And these actually take us away from their site. So they have buttons up here that we could click, but they'll actually take us away from their site. I might go to Facebook and say, oh, actually, let me see if you replied to my message. I might never go back to that Steel Electric site. Wouldn't it be much better if I click that call us button? So as we scroll down, we can get some more information about their services, maybe what they do. Again, having some sort of drop down so I can see if there's services that are applicable to me. But that 5-second fifth grader test, definitely some areas for opportunity. So I hope this was valuable. That's my goal here, is to make these better, continue to improve these. If you're a plumber or you're an electrician or you're a roofer and you've made it this far, you're in the right place. I hope this was valuable. Please let me know, engage with me somehow. And I'd love to answer your questions. I'd love to give you some personalized advice or some specific advice that you're looking for. Let me know how I can help. Thank you again for your time. Again, my name is Ryan Schrader, and look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Bye now.